Hello and welcome to Fingers on Plastic. I'm LittleDave and I'm back again with another Masters of the Universe Origins figure. As you can see, it's Man-at-Arms. So as normal, like we do every time we look at these, we'll look at the packaging just quickly. Classic packaging style as always. Have a quick turn around to the back. As all the others so far, cross sell there, featuring the first few figures from the line. Featuring the first few figures from the line. A little bit of information there about his accessories. And a nice piece of artwork at the top. I like the way he looks like he's using his wrist laser there, which is quite a nod to the intro from the Filmation cartoon. Right, let's get him out of the packet. Here is Man-at-Arms out of his packaging. Now, like every one of these so far, it does come with a mini comic. If you want to have a look what that looks like, I've looked at it briefly in some of my earlier reviews. It is the multi-language one again, so there's no English text. Right, let's have a look at him. So here is good old Duncan. And I've obviously put some of his armour on already. Now his bits of armour, like the classic toy, do not come on already in the packaging. They are hidden in a little bag just behind the figure. And they have really done a good job of sort of copying that original one. Or the original style for his armour. Very similar chest piece. Bit on his leg there. And the armour on his arm. Now what they've done this time, because of the articulation, this is two separate pieces, so you can still bend him at the elbow, although it is a little bit restricted there. Same here as well, you won't get the full sort of movement of the arm there, but with having the armour on, of course there's always going to be that little bit of plastic there stopping it from moving. But again, would you pose him without that on? It is his sort of classic look to look like that. And I'll certainly keep the armour on him. Now, as you can tell, one thing they have done with this figure, his face very much reminds me of the original toy, but this time they've included the moustache from how he was in the Filmation cartoon, something what wasn't on the original toy, and I actually do like it. I think when I think of this character, I do think of him being a character with a moustache rather than one without, so I do like it myself. My only little complaint about him there is his eyes are a little bit sort of just small, just a couple of little black dots there, but other than that I do like it. Now one of the other cool things I've done, now I never had this figure as a kid so I can't really comment on it, but I have seen from other people back on the 80s toy there used to be little sort of markings on the back of his helmet. Even though his helmet was all one colour, there was these little lines as if to suggest there should be something painted there. A lot of people say, oh, it showed that he should have had hair, but was never painted. Now I've gone back with this one and actually painted that on now, which is a nice sort of little touch. So it's as if the helmet isn't quite as big as it used to be, but you've got his hair showing from underneath. I like that. A nice sort of nod to the original toy there, where they've kind of gone back and sort of corrected maybe something what was wrong. So he does come with one weapon, and as always with this guy, it is his classic club. I think most of these figures in this line will sort of return with the original accessories. I don't think there'll be much difference there, maybe a couple added, but I think majority of them will kind of be the similar ones. So yeah, I do like him. He's one of those figures I always think stands out in your mind when you think of Masters of the Universe. Man-at-Arms, along with people like Manny Faces, Trapjaw, Beastman, Skeletor, He-Man, obviously. They all sort of stand in your mind, and he's one of these. What if you think of the toy line, you automatically think of this guy. So it's nice. Well, I think you were always going to get him, but it was nice to get him early in the line, like it was back in the original days. I think his colours are really nice on him. They stand out really nice. It's a real bright green there. And the yellow really shows, and so does the blue in his helmet. Now for a quick comparison, just to have a look at the differences in his armour from how he looked in the Filmation cartoon, is the retro one from Super 7, which is based more on that. And you can sort of see the differences on how the cartoon portrayed his armour. There was no obviously armour on his leg there, but he did have the 2 pieces of armour on his arms, so 1 on each arm. Also, there's a lot more detailing. The Filmation cartoon did cut down on a lot of detailing on the things. Obviously, it probably would have been easier for animation. And probably another reason why he probably had 2 pieces of armour was in case the film cells were ever flipped. Something that in Ferris pointed out in her review of Orko, why his name actually was Orko and had a big a big O on his chest. It was all to do with Filmation, and if he'd gone with his original name, which was something like Gorpo, if they'd ever flipped the film cells, it would have looked a bit stupid. So I think that's another reason why they probably did go with 2 pieces of armour up there, because in case they did ever flip a cell, it wouldn't have made any sort of difference to it. So yeah, here he is again. We'll have a quick look at his back. His back there, very similar sort of harness to how He-Man has his. Again, it sort of reminds you of the classic toys when you look at that. Left a bit of that annoying plastic stuff they put in these figures nowadays on the back of his elbow there. Articulation wise, again, he is the same as like He-Man, Skeletor. There's not much difference there at all. In fact, it's exactly the same. Only difference is there is just that little bit of restriction on that left arm due to the armour being there. But other than that, you know, it's the full movement of all these figures so far. So right, that's it for this guy. I'll probably be back at some point with more of these. I have got more Masters of the Universe Club Grayskull to look at. But for now, this was my last Origins figure on order. I will try and get hold of some more maybe on the run up to Christmas. But for now, it is a bit difficult. They come in on Amazon. It's very sporadically. You sort of place an order, get told a date, and then they turn up whenever. I am going to hold off because I've got other things I need to be buying at the moment. But I will try and pick up a couple more. Maybe someone like Teela. Or Evil Lynn. But to be fair, I have got quite a few of the initial couple of waves, so there isn't many more to actually buy. But I will try and get hold of a couple more. I am quite happy with this line so far. It's really, really nice. I'm hoping we start to see more in the shop soon. I've noticed Smith's Toys have started listing them in the UK on their website, but they don't have them listed as actually being in stock till some point next year. But they are starting to show, so hopefully we'll see these guys in toy shops in the UK a little bit more now. Well, we'll start to see, I should say, now. They're not been out yet, but hopefully we will start to see them prop up by the beginning of next year. Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon.
Fingers on plastic.